My thoughts are like a bright symphony. I'm simply changing everything that I begin to see.
Alright, what's going on, guys? Today we're gonna be talking about OnlyJayus, and man, have the tables turned. It's crazy how things like this happen. If you don't know who she is, she's pretty much famous for reading clickbait tabloid headlines and calling them facts. Most of her videos are just nonsensical or just flat out false.
Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. Siblings or parents and children who were separated at birth or just at a very young age are often sexually attracted to each other if they meet later on in life.
No, Jayus, I don't think that's true. Maybe you're speaking for yourself, but let's not cap this hard. She's basically just the Matthew Santoro of TikTok, reading articles right off Google and masquerading it as her own content.
The reason that Egyptian mummies are so rare nowadays is because when they were first discovered, the Europeans ate them. They ate the mummies!
Alright, so now that you're caught up on who OnlyJayus is, recently there's been some drama surrounding her name. She made a video, I'm assuming out of frustration. In fact, let me just play it for you.
I swear to God, nothing gets on my fucking nerves more than when women talk about how they're scared of men, you know, scared of being raped, kidnapped, or murdered, because that shit happens, okay? And then boys are like, but not all men are like, no shit, Kyle! We obviously know not all men are like that, but it's enough. There's enough men acting like creeps that it scares all women. And when you don't defend women, they just think that you're a part of the creeps. So if you don't want that to happen, you're gonna have to start calling out dudes for their shitty behavior, because I promise you, Kyle, I promise you that no girl is gonna want a bitch who says not all men. They want somebody who's gonna fucking stand up for them.
Alright, I understand what she's trying to say. Women experience oppression from some men, gotta emphasize that some. Women are at a greater chance of being the victims of violence from men. We could all be clear on that. Because women, at the end of the day, are physically weaker than men, and I'm not gonna even proceed to go down that rabbit hole. That was just a broad general statement. If she's allowed to be general, so can I. The problem with this is that if she was trying to make a video to educate, she already failed. And saying all men are predators has the same energy as saying all black people are violent. The overgeneralization just becomes a stereotype.
And when women try to talk about like their experience, and then men just butt in and try to like derail the conversation. I didn't generalize men. I didn't say anything bad again.
It's funny how she just generalized again after saying that she's not generalizing. And after saying she didn't say anything bad about men, she makes a video trying to say that the solution to the world's problems is to get rid of men, when in reality, it's the bad people that are the issue.
The problem being that men are way too violent towards women, towards men, and towards themselves.
There was no positive message here if she came on and said women experience a disproportionately high amount of violence from men, and I think that the men need to be better, even calling out other men and using examples rather than just being so general. That would be a good message. But when you're like, hey yo, fuck you, Kyle, like what did I do, bro? Honestly, I'm just the internet's punching bag at this point. I just disagree with the way she presented that video, and it seems like another popular TikToker did as well. FreekDaGemini, not to be mistaken with another Gemini. In fact, let me just throw up his response right now.
Goofular, you guys keep tagging me to speak on this even though it keeps getting removed, so I'm gonna try one more time. Best luck. Hear me out. Yes, I know there are more men that do these actions than women. As a victim myself, I know how it feels when people downplay your trauma. But when you say all, it's common sense someone's gonna defend themselves because they do not want to be generalized. I was all-word burnt and abused by my babysitter from the age of 4 to 8. You don't see me generalizing all white women because of it. Girl set my homeboy up and now he in a coma. You don't see me blame every female for that. People in your comment section saying men can never face what females go through, and that's just cap. Yes, boys should be more sympathetic to female issues on TikTok, but it should go both ways. Stop the oppression race.
And now, after all that back and forth, blocking and responding, Freek dropped this on Instagram. At first, I was stunned. I thought to myself, ain't no way. I mean, even Jayus put out a statement saying it was Photoshop, but then Freek dropped a screen recording, and I mean, I don't know who would go through the effort to put this together. And I have to add this in, the screen recording and conversation was not between FreekDaGemini and OnlyJayus. It was sent to him by someone, probably a fan of of his. I mean, here we can see him going to her profile, liking a comment. This bitch got caught in 4K. That's all I could say. She got caught in 4K. I mean, now it's adding up. It's funny how the ones who constantly try to hold others accountable can never hold themselves accountable to their own toxic behaviors. Wow, Jayus, gotta love a hypocritical queen. In the leaked DMs, she even tried to say the N-word was autocorrect, and autocorrect doesn't switch to a word like the N-word. And even if it does, it means you say it enough for autocorrect to think that's what you mean. She just dug herself into a deep asshole, man. And finally, as of making this video right now, she said in a TikTok comment section that it was in fact real. Wow, you should have just accepted it from the start. I acknowledge the terrible thing I said when I was 16. I'm currently trying to word my apology in the best way I can, hold myself accountable. And I mean, we all know what's about to go down. She already tweeted this last night. I'm manifesting my YouTube to take off this year so I can step away from TikTok a little while. And then she retweeted this from Hank Green. So it looks like she's trying to dip from the platform as fast as she can. And knowing the fan base that she has, we all know they're not even going to try to hold her accountable. Some are, but in about 2 or 3 months from now, when she puts together an insincere apology, her comments are gonna be flooded with, "We missed you, queen, come back to TikTok." The same community with BLM and the works in their bio is just gonna forgive and forget easily. I mean, people are already saying, "No, I'll miss your TikToks" on Twitter. Did you not see the screenshots of her saying the N-word with the hard R fan? We smoking that OnlyJayus pack tonight though, man. Fuck this racist shit. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links are down below. The Discord link is in the description down below as well. Other than that, hope you guys are doing good and peace.
Give it up daily and only enjoy boys who didn't like mainstream. Well, I do, and this is nothing new, but looks like this life I ain't living for you. I know that you in love, but baby, our time's through when the size don't fit, so why would I wear the shoe? This ain't a love song, so I'ma skip bars, rip hard, grip stars, then dip off.